Hello friends, welcome to week 2 of group buddy color at SpiceyCatColors. My name is Kathy. It is Witch Week and this is the book I'm coloring in. Remember, you do not have to have this book or color the same page. It is just any witch page. That was Frankie, who's very excited for Cat Week. Anyway, Buddyween, again, it's all about having fun, trying buddy coloring with people if you've never tried before, or if it's your jam, just try and reach out to new people is what I'm encouraging. And then I thought I'd try the group buddy color. Last week was Ghost Week. It was a lot of fun. And FYI, you have the whole month. It's not like if you didn't do a ghost picture last week, you can't participate. No, till the end of the month. Do a ghost page, a witch page, and then upcoming are Bats Week and Cats Week. So this is a newer book in my collection. Super cute. Halloween by Mayu. And I have to tell you, my desk is like, seriously, this is the only clear space we have. So this is the page I picked. It is actually the first page. And it is called The Pumpkin Keeper. I have my blotter sheet behind me. I'm going to move my light because it was hitting the phone and I know that could make some noise. So we're going to try some stuff because it's all about having fun, trying things. I am going to use my Ohuhu pastel set because I think that's fun. I haven't used them yet. I really like using them on Halloween pages. I was going to show you how I do my swatches. I mean, they come with one. I print out on a piece of cardstock and I just fill in the squares and do my own. So I have the brush set, or the skin tone set, I think it's called, and the pastel set. So I also have a swatch book, but I find this just works better. I have like a sheet for like my top 6 marker sets that I use. Anyway, I don't think I've ever shown that, and not that it really matters. But so this cute little witch, I wanted to try something fun. I do have the Jane Davenport pastels, and this is the chilled palette. So I thought I'm going to try and do the background because I have learned I'm terrible at using my alcohol marker for a background because it's a huge space. Even in this little book, it's a huge space. And then I get streaks and inevitably my marker dries out or dies out. So I haven't done a lot with these, so I'm not an expert. This is the little sheet that came with them. I just cut it down so it fits right inside. And I thought, let's do the sky and the grass. I'm just using these little finger daubers to do my colors. And I think, well, it is bats that are out. So to me, that's nighttime because bats don't come out. So I'm going to try this color called Deep State for my black. And yes, you'll see this has purple on it, but there's nothing left on it. I used it actually with some inks. So to do these, I always do my background first. Oops, and yes, you're going to get some motion because then I can usually fix whatever goes on the image. It actually erases pretty well. I haven't done a lot with this, but I have found that. So I just keep daubering it in. These I do better than I'm still learning inks, but I don't seem to get that big where you get like it looks like you just daubed it. I'm learning. I know, start from the outside in, but at least with these they blend. And what I really like is it doesn't have to be solid because this is sky. And let's see, what else does she have? Oh, there's some blue there and a little under her arm. So what are we going to talk about today? I don't have like witchy stories. Oh, I know what we can talk about. We're going to talk about my in August I took my niece to see the traveling Broadway show of Wicked. And I have always been a Wizard of Oz fan. Not like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan, but not like a super fan. I don't need like all the coloring books or that kind of a thing. I just like the story and I enjoy watching the movie. And I think I had mentioned when I was talking about how I was taking her that I saw the show back in, and I did some research, went back in my photo archives and found some pictures in 2014. I was in Chicago for a work conference, and while I was there I had some extra time and I'm like, hey, Wicked's in town. And I was like, I only need a single ticket, and I went, and it was amazing. And I think I have a couple pictures which are really, I mean, you can't take pictures in the theater, so I have a picture of the outside theater it was shown at. And then I think I had somebody kindly take a picture of me outside. So that was amazing. That was my first experience. I have no idea who were the actresses and such. I really need to get a brush. What do I have over here? I don't really have a brush. I have another blending brush, but I'm just trying to brush off some of the goop. I will need that in a minute. So then let's do a little green down here. Which green do I want for the grass? Now the grass I could color in, but I just think it's still kind of background, so it'll look nice with the sky. So yes, have any of you seen Wicked? Are you into musicals? Is it your thing? I've probably mentioned this before if you're a seasoned friend. That is something my mother introduced me to. She was very much a supporter of the arts, and as children she would take us to like local community and like high school events, plays. She really was more into the musical than like a serious play, which again, that's fine. And she would scrimp and save to take us to those things, and I really appreciated it. And then as adults, so I'm actually just using a eraser. I'm not a pencil person, so I don't have fancy erasers, but I just realized I'm making a giant mess of this and you can see it actually erases the pastel, but I kind of goobered. I bet I could just color over this and it would be fine. Hey, let's make everything harder than it has to be. That is what I do in life. And then I erase too much. Put a little bit more back. And oh, I messed. Put a line in her hair. Anyway, so as an adult, we would get traveling shows coming through. It was a college town, and you know, you get the Broadway series. There was maybe 4 or 5 a year that would come through. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. I really don't know if it's gonna work. Let me try and make sure. I thought I would try and add some clouds. This is a cloud stencil I have. I got it from Stamping Up. I have no idea if it's still available. You can find cloud stencils anywhere. Just look. Amazon, crafty stores, wherever. I don't know if this is gonna work. I thought I'd try it with purple. Make purple clouds. And just kind of the illusion of them. Let's see. Does it work? Kind of. Cool. Let's do some more. Anyway, so my mom and I would buy season tickets and see. And this is, you know, in North Dakota. It wasn't like super... these weren't like the big stars coming through. They were beyond talented. Oh my gosh, do not get me wrong. I don't hold a candle to the talent. And I loved them all. And it was a very fun thing to share with my mom. And then I had an aunt that lived in the Twin Cities area, St. Paul, Minneapolis, and they would also get, sometimes the bigger shows would come through because that was a larger area, and they'd play for longer. Like the ones that came to where I lived were just one time. You know, they had like one night shows. There were no multiple choice to like go see the show. So usually at least once a year, sometimes twice, my mom and I would come to visit my aunt and see whatever was the big show coming through the Twin Cities. And it was very fun. Hey, that kind of worked. Do you see my little clouds? And that put these away. We're done. Done with my pastels. Okay. Where's my little brush? Not that that really worked. Just want to like make sure I don't think I'm going to have to worry about sealing this, but okay. Now, let's color my witch. And most likely this will be real time. I'm just going to keep talking until we finish. I tried to pick simple pages so that they will be done, you know, not like my normal hour-and-a-half videos, but still some. So, since we're talking Wicked, I, of course, am going to make this cute little girl, which, by the way, is the color image, or the cover image. Sometimes I'll try to mimic the cover image. This time I'm not. I should have, yeah, I'm doing a little bit different thing. So I'm making my girl green, because of course, I love Elphaba. So, yeah. Again, I think I already told you I'm going to try and use mostly my Ohuhu pastels. So yes, I have seen, what are some of the shows I've seen? Phantom of the Opera, Jekyll and Hyde, that was actually one of my favorites. Miss Saigon, Les Mis, Evita, I can't remember, Jesus Christ Superstar, The King and I know there's more. There's been lots more. Some of like Music Man. Yeah, I can't remember them all. I know there's more than that. Anyway, I've seen a lot. So, I went to Wicked, like I said, back in 2014 by myself. And my niece is in college now. She's in her first year, and she is extremely talented. Now, again, I know I'm probably a little prejudiced, but she is a very good vocalist, and she went to a really small school, so they didn't really have a theater program. She was involved in music and, you know, the music contest, choirs, that kind of thing, but never got into performing musical theater. However, she very much loves it. So whenever I come visit, we get to watch the musicals because nobody in our house likes them. So she was down here with her family in August, and they were doing some dorm and back to school shopping because, of course, they live further north in Minnesota where there's not an IKEA, and came down here, which was very fun. She's very green, isn't she? Do I have a plan? I have kind of a plan. I was going to make my pumpkins different. I thought instead of purple, I'm going to do pink pumpkins. So let's do my pink pumpkins. So we planned it while Wicked was here. I got us seats, and I think I talked about this a little bit. I was very nervous because I'm a big girl, like a really big girl, and it had been like 10 plus years since I've been to a theater, and I don't remember what size my hips were, but I do know that a lot of these theaters are like super old buildings and have been, you know, since the like 20s. I'm just doing a little bit of shading. I am not doing anything fancy as far as blending, just using a darker pink here in case you were curious. Again, I'm not giving a tutorial, I'm just chatting. And so I wasn't so worried about me. I mean, granted, I I'm paying for my ticket and I want to enjoy myself, but I didn't want her to be embarrassed. I mean, hello, you're 18 and, oh, your aunt's too fat for the chair type of a thing. So I got us, I tried something different and I got us box seats, and it worked really well. I recommend it. The bad part is you do have a bit of the stage that you miss depending whether you're on the left or right side of the theater. You're going to most likely have that side blocked. So there were a few things we missed as far as action on the stage, and of course the actors and actresses, performers are all looking, you know, they're not looking at us, they're looking straight out. But she loved it. I think I have a couple pictures I'll insert here of where we were, and we were, when you looked at it, we were like row 5. We were just up high, and it was very cool. The cool thing though, granted we missed a little bit, but then you could see the behind the scenes stuff going on, which was super cool, and she really liked that. Oh, do I make this cutie pink too? Of course we do. Why would we not? They're all pink. Which was pretty fun. And it was actual like dining room chairs. Again, I can't remember if I've told this whole story, so I apologize to the seasoned friends. But you know, that's what happens when you're seasoned friends, like friends in real life, you tell the same stories over and over. The bad thing is, you just can't tell me right now to shut up because you already heard it. So it was like sitting in a like wood back dining room chair. Did have arms, but that was fine. And there were 3 rows of us, and by rows there were just 2 in each row. So you were still kind of close, but I think we had more legroom than the people down on the main floor. And yeah, it was an amazing, amazing production. Again, I don't know where they're traveling to, but if you have a chance, and there were things I'd forgotten, because I mean, it had been almost 10 years since I saw it the last time, and it was so cool. And it just, I mean, there's a message in there, and I loved it. And, so yeah, we had a great time. The most interesting times were when we did I did my first, and I think it was my niece's first Uber experience. Uber, Lyft, anything like that, I've never done. I am a person, I very much like to be in charge of my own vehicle and will drive places. I rarely fly. I would rather drive across the country. And, but I didn't know what traffic was going to be like, and weather, and I'm like, okay, we're going to try this, because Uber is a thing. It's going to be safe. Excuse me. FYI, I am feeling so much better. I definitely still have a bit of crap in my throat and the sort, but I am feeling much, much better. Okay, we're going to give her a purple dress and matching shoes. So, I was running late, of course. That is I have many faults, but people will tell you that's one of my biggest. I'm always late. And so I'm driving up there, and we had to leave. Like, as soon as I got to the hotel they were staying at, we were going to have to leave. So while I'm driving, I don't recommend doing this. I admit I was very unsafe. And I was setting up our Uber. Again, no idea. And so not only am I nervous about, you know, like at the theater or anywhere in real life, like, is my butt going to fit in that chair? Is it sturdy enough for me? Well, the same thing when I ride in somebody else's vehicle is the seatbelt going to fit? And if you have never had to worry about that, relish in the fact. If you have, then I know you can relate. And it sucks, because just because I'm big doesn't mean I don't deserve to be safe. But again, I was fine. I just didn't want to embarrass my niece. So this is what was funny. So this car picks us up, and I was like, I specifically didn't get like the compact. Ooh, I missed a little piece of sky. Thankfully, there's just enough. Now oh, well, it's like she got shading on her green arm there from it. So I didn't get the compact car, but I wasn't gonna like splurge for a limo. Anyway, so the guy gets there driving his car. Very nice. So we get in the back seat, because again, I don't know where you're supposed to sit. And she gets in, gets seat belted, and then I'm like just praying, please let the seatbelt fit, please let the seatbelt fit. And guess what? It did. I did have to ask her to help me get it clipped, because I couldn't see. Let's just stick with the same pink. So if you have green skin, do you blush red or pink? She is. So she clipped it, and then we take off. And so fabulous new cars have this safety feature where if you don't have your seatbelt clicked, it dings. So we're driving away, and there's a ding. And I'm like, what? I'm in. I've got this. I'm clipped in. What is it? And then my niece is like, well, probably because you're like half on the other side. So this car had the, so the back seat has spots for 3 people. And evidently enough of my tush is on the middle section to make it think it needs to be seat belted in. So of course I'm a little bit embarrassed, and I'm like telling the guy, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to clip the seatbelt just so it's closed? And he's like, no, you're fine. It'll turn off. So I was a little embarrassed, because I'm like, oh, seriously? I thought I was golden. Seatbelt clicked. Nope. So that was a little bit embarrassing. Even though I say I don't get embarrassed, I kind of do. So that was okay. We made it there. And so other fun thing, because again, I've never done Uber, is when you set it up, it was like, what do you want the temperature of your vehicle? And do you want conversation or silence? And I'm like, huh, this is kind of cool. Where else? I haven't quite thought this whole thing out. I don't know what color I'm going to make her hair. Should we do her hat purple too, or does she get a black hat? Ooh, decisions. Or do I give her like a purpley? Oh, you guys, or do I switch to a different? Should have thought all this. I'm so sorry. But this is real life. This is what we do. We don't plan things. Let's do this. It looks kind of interesting, this RG. If I can find it, it's kind of like a red gray, which looks a little purpley. Oh, there it is. Let's see. It's either going to work or it's not. We'll do it for the shaded section. So yeah, so we got to the show. I'm totally telling this story not in order, by the way. You've probably already figured that out. And we get there and we walk in, and it's of course this glorious old theater with the chandeliers and the gilded ceilings. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And the first thing we do is go in the line for souvenirs. And we picked out a few things. She had picked one thing, and then it was like, oh, how much is that? And she's like, how about this instead? So of course I bought her the thing she wanted, because that's what aunties get to do. We get to spoil our little loved ones. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna give my little pumpkin down here green blush. Ha ha ha. Okay. I don't know why that made me happy. Oh, what color is gonna be inside? Does it have like inside the eyeballs there. Not sure, that just looks gray, doesn't it? Yeah, that's not very fun. I think we're gonna end up doing the same color as her dress for her hat. So, yeah, so we got her, and I got myself a water bottle. I didn't really need anything, but, like, I have to have something to show I was here. So it was just a stainless steel water bottle with Wicked on it. Yeah, and we had our seats, and I was so worried she was not enjoying it because she did not say a single word once the show started. But she assured me she was just like entranced with everything happening. And then after, we got another Uber. So on the way out, we stopped in the restroom. So while I'm sitting in the stall, I'm calling or whatever, using the app to get another Uber. Because I didn't know what time the show was going to end, I couldn't set it up. Uh-oh, this marker's dying. See, this is why. Ugh. I wonder if the other side has any more in it. We'll try the brush end. And then I was like, the same worry, you know, well, now what kind of vehicle am I going to get? And this one, we actually had a larger vehicle. It was like a, I don't know, Acadia or one of those crossovers. And very nice. I was greatly impressed with the newness and cleanliness of the vehicles that we had. So let's try something different. We're going to pretend that's like shaded because the marker's dying, and use the other purple to give it a little bit of a, hi, this side is lighter because it's in the light of the moon, which you don't see. And my niece, again, she lives in a very small rural area, which is where I grew up, so I'm very familiar with it. And we got out, and there were some people panhandling, which was kind of a shock for her. She was just like, didn't know what to do. Like, and I'm like, just keep going, don't make eye contact. And the Uber person was like texting us like, I'm around the corner. Because for whatever reason, they don't let him park directly in front of the theater, which I thought was kind of stupid, but what do I know? Oh, so here's my little trick, which I just did. I didn't explain to you what I was doing. So yes, this marker was dying. So I took that lighter color and I colored in the rest of it, and I blended over all of the section. And then while that was still wet, I used the one that was dying to go back over. And once it dries, we'll see how successful I am. I want to start on her hair, but I can't tell if that is a piece of her hair. Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know what color to do that band yet, so that's why we're not doing it. Do I bring in like traditional Halloween colors? This is like so difficult to make choices. How about I do I do the leaves on the pumpkins green? Sure. Even though they're pink pumpkins, we're gonna have a green leaf. So yeah, and it's just something she's not ever experienced, so. But that was one of the first things she told her mom to, other than it was amazing, was I got a little, you know, I was a little worried to see, you know, when I walked out and there were people out there asking for help. So, yeah, it was a good show. I think I've already said that. Why can I not find, even when you have like the swatch sheet and trying to find, I can never find, even on these small sets, of what I'm looking for. It's something. Am I still, okay. I was gonna say, I have this kind of zoomed in again, because the desk is a mess, and because I thought it would be, it's a nice small page if you want to see what I'm coloring. I hope you're coloring a witch right now. After the ghost video, a lot of viewers commented that they were coloring either the same page or they were working on another Halloween page, and that's pretty much what I do. When I'm watching YouTube, I'm usually coloring, so that's why I really love chatty videos. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I personally love them. So if I'm coloring, I have to be careful if I'm doing you know, it's not something I want to watch, so I have to watch like when people do completed pages, or if they're doing like a speed color or showing stuff with music playing. I can't be coloring at that time because I just can't. I lose it. Okay, I was thinking blue hair would be fun, but then the sky is super blue. Do we orange hair? If you had green skin, would you want orange hair? Probably not. Do I do the black? This is where I wish you could just tell me what to do, friends. I'm gonna do this for the bow, which is the same color I colored the underside. Excuse me. Yes, feeling like 95% better than my last couple of videos. I still have a little bit of a tickle in my throat, so some coughing and a bit of drainage yet, but not anywhere as bad as I was, so that is good. So yeah, I told my niece, I said, because she's like, I really should be going to school down here for college, and I'm like, yeah, you should. Pardon me, I just took a drink. Because then we were looking ahead to all of the shows that are playing this year. Yeah, there's some pretty amazing shows coming up, and she was just like, oh my gosh. So I had told her, I said, well, if you could only pick one, which would you pick? Because there is so that winter, like around Christmas time, I think Les Mis is going to be here, which is phenomenal. But then in April, which is right around my birthday actually, Hamilton is going to be. And she's like, Hamilton. And I said, okay, well, we'll see what your college schedule is and try to arrange it, and I'll take you to Hamilton. So I'm hoping it'll be like our thing, because it's not her mom's thing. And it's something I did with my aunt and loved it, and I think she would really enjoy it. And it's like, seriously, you either like that stuff or you don't. So yeah, you know what, I am gonna do blue for her hair, but I'm switching over and I'm using my Ohuhu 120 set, and we're gonna do a really dark blue instead of, so it should be different enough from the sky. This set is also starting to die, but I will make it work. So let's see, this is gonna be really dark. I don't know what I'm gonna do to like add something to it, but at the end I'll do my finishing touches. So yeah, again, let me know if you're into the musical Broadway thing. Oh, Lion King. I've seen Lion King, and I saw Horton Hears a Who. I knew there were more. And then I'm trying to think, there's like some really old ones, and I can't think of South Pacific, I know. I can't remember the rest. Okay, sorry. I just remembered. I'm like, oh yeah, Lion King. That was another amazing one. But yeah, I'm just curious if anybody else likes that kind of stuff. I love, and I know they get a bad rap. I mean, a lot of the Disney movies, they've like been doing live action, the musicals, and some are better than others, I will admit. But Yeah, I think I did her hair way too dark. Well, we'll see how it dries, because it does usually dry lighter, but I don't know if there's any saving this one. I forgot what I was saying. But I like the live action Disneys because of the music. Really, mostly, as long as they have performers that can sing, I don't mind. Like, I even like the Les Mis that has Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe. Yeah. That's all good stuff. I don't think I have any other fun witch stories. I don't remember if I've even dressed up as a witch. I was trying to remember, like, for Halloween, if that was ever... If I did, I would have wanted to be Glenda the Good Witch as a kid. But I don't remember ever dressing up as a witch. Just kind of a standard Halloween costume. So, whew, she has some dark blue hair. I like it though. Forget who else was it. Michelle over at Kits and Caboodles had posted not that long ago on Instagram, and I'm sorry, I know I'm snorting snot up my nose. She had some fun new hair color, and I was like, oh, I love it. And oh, Miss Deborah, Miss Sweets Crafting Therapy did mermaid hair, and I loved it. And I can agree with, I know Debbie had said, you know, with the color of hair, you know, to be able to actually do a true mermaid or color like that, she'd have to bleach it. And that's kind of me. I have dark, just kind of boring brown hair. And definitely pretty boring. But I'm not going to, like, bleach it. I would love to have purple hair especially. Or even, like, this blue. But with dark hair, it just doesn't come out that well. Okay, I was trying to make glowing eyes on her. And that one, I'm not gonna make it black because I want to see this little kitty. Because it's a kitty. But we'll do it gray. See if we can... what else? I don't know anything about, like, Wicca practicing. Is it Wicca? And then you're a Wiccan if you follow Wicca. I don't have any opinions, I guess, on it. I've gone and had, like, my cards read. Nothing earth-shattering ever happened based on what was read, but it was interesting. I'm always about, let's try and see something interesting. And to me, it's entertainment, and you can believe whatever you want to believe. I am not going to judge you. Because why? Oh, really? Is that this color? Okay, well, we're gonna try. Her eyes are drawn. This is my very first, again, what am I doing? Like, hello, this is my very first time coloring a Mayu page, so let's do it on camera and look like a complete idiot. Yes, that is what I am doing. I don't know how to color the eyes, so this is what we're doing. Coming up with my own thing. I don't know why I always tend to go for blue eyes. Probably because I have blue eyes. And then I always, like, relate everything to me. That's kind of narcissistic of me, isn't it? I'll fix the white spots. This is definitely pretty thin. Well, it's Amazon paper, but yeah, it's definitely thin. Kind of like when I'm doing eyes, going back and forth, because while it's wet, it'll kind of blend into each other, and sometimes it comes out cool and sometimes it doesn't. There you go. Oh, maybe I should do a pink bow to match the pumpkins. Oh, it's like I just thought of that. Okay, we're gonna do that. Pink bow. I kept thinking orange, but I didn't really want to introduce another color into this. So there are so many fun witch books. I can't wait to see what people color for the group buddy color. Again, excuse me. Okay, sorry, I actually stopped so I could clear my nose and take a drink. But whoa, I enjoyed seeing what people came up with for the ghost page. And yeah, if you want to join in, I don't think I told you guys this, color any page that has a witch on from any book. Again, it does not have to be this exact page or even this exact book. And then if you are on Instagram, post it with the hashtag BuddyWeen2022. That's all. I wasn't going to get like fancy and come up with a different one for every week. I just think it's going to be so fun to see at the end of the month the gallery. And trying to do a look, or I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm futzing because I don't know what to do with the rest. See, I don't know what color to make the pumpkin's eyeballs now. I guess, do we keep doing blue? Should I do them a different blue? Do we make let's do the pumpkin's orange eyes. Why not? Do something totally different. Okay, that's really orange. I don't want that orange. I'm looking at my sheet here. It'll either look cool or it will look like I am insane, which will probably be that. So, which one's darker? Oh, I want R110. And it's like the swatches don't necessarily match. What the caps look like. Does anybody else have that problem? Is it just this one? Or is it me? I think it's me. But, okay. Here we go. We're gonna give this poor pumpkin orange eyes. It's a choice. I'm not saying it's a good choice, but it is what it is. So, and, oh, for Buddy Ween, I know I've talked a lot about the buddy colors I'm doing, which again, if you are just seeing this video for the first time, and you have never done a buddy color or never done a buddy color with me, and would like to, please look down in the description. I have my email address for those of you that are not on Instagram. But if you are on Instagram, I would prefer getting a message there just because it's a lot easier for me to track. But I will still take them. I should probably think about that because I have a whole bunch set up that I haven't finished. But you know what? I'm not going to say no. And I will gladly spend my days off doing nonstop coloring. I already told my husband, I said, yeah, I got to do a lot of coloring. So, do I color the bats or do I color them like pure glitter? Or should I color them and then add glitter? Anyone? Are you yelling at me, giving me an option? Oh, so see, the hat kind of came out. I mean, you could still tell the marker. Yeah, it was dying, but I think it turned out okay. I don't want to just make black bats. Although it would be kind of fun to do them black and then try and add some fun glitter, or like, I don't know, would I use white gel pen? The decisions. Or should we make purple bats? Purple's my favorite color, so we're gonna make purple bats. We'll see how good this marker is. I'm definitely having out of the line bleeding, but okay, again, I really should like write down what I want to say. Instead I just ramble and babble. So yes, to participate in Buddyween 2022, all you have to do is buddy color with someone. Doesn't have to be me. Like I said, if we've buddy colored before, I just thought it would be fun to have everybody try and find new coloring friends, because buddy coloring can be a lot of fun. There can be, you know, bad experiences, but it's what it happens. For the most part, I think everyone's pretty laid back, and you just figure it out ahead of time. I know there are people that kind of like to keep a schedule, or they like to post their pages at the same time on Instagram. And as long as you have that conversation with your buddy ahead of time, you're good. I mean, if you didn't tell that to someone, you can't hold them accountable that they didn't follow your wish. So, yeah, I'm not that way. It's like, you post whenever you want to. You don't have to wait for me to be done. I personally will post both our pages when I finish. I like to post them together, and that's really about it. Okay, I need to get the glittery stuff out. Okay, I've grabbed a bunch of just glitter gel pens, and we're gonna see what I can do to use this up. This is my finishing touches, which is kind of one of my favorite things to do on coloring pages. I don't know if it really makes a difference and makes an impact, but it makes me happy, so that's really all that matters. I do have two different purples, so I'm just gonna see. That one doesn't want to really work. That's one of my Dollar Tree ones. It's got ink in it. Okay, maybe we're not gonna use you. Ooh, this is really dark purple. Let's do this on her hat. Yeah, this is my other little, this is how I color. I basically straight color, and then I do like glitter on the outlines, which is mostly to cover up the mess. I think this pen has just died too. Seriously. Try the old blow through it. See if I can get any more out. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, I'm very simple when it comes to this. So yes, anyone can participate in Buddyween. Just post you and your buddies' pages using the hashtag Buddyween2022, and yeah, a thing. If you don't want to buddy color with me, it's okay. I don't take it personal. Or if we've buddy colored before and you don't really know a lot of other people to buddy color with, I suggest looking at that hashtag on Instagram, because all of those people like to buddy color. So if you see someone that maybe posted a picture, oh, sorry, I tried to pause you, but it didn't happen, so you got my sneeze. That like posts a picture from a book you have, or you really like the way they color or something, reach out to them, because this is one of the things, and it's still, I know it sounds so simple, but as a person that has mental health issues and anxiety, and you know, even though I try and pretend that what other people think of me isn't my business, I still want everyone to like me, and I don't like to be rejected. But the words of my mother would always tell me, because I'd be like scared to even ask my dad for permission to use the car or something, you know, and I was just always scared. And she'd always tell me, the worst thing that can happen is he says no. And she's right. I mean, is that the worst thing in the world that could happen? Somebody tells me no. You know, they didn't take away my birthday. They didn't, you know, say anything mean. No is just a word. And the reason they said no, it doesn't matter. Maybe they're too busy, or they have the same anxiety, or, I mean, you just don't know. It's not like, the difference I always think is if someone just tells you no, it's just a word. Now, if they're going to go on and say, like, no, because I think you're a terrible person, or smell, or, you know, if they're going to say something rude, well, then that, again, is on them. I always think that says so much more about that person than it does you. So it's not easy, but just ask, and you might make a new friend. So I'm going to try. I've not had a lot of luck with these Milky Pops. I got them. I got a whole set of Pentel, like the Sparkle Pops, the Milky Pops, the Solar Pops, like all in one. So I'm going to try and use this to outline and maybe at least show the lines again, which I can't even see because I did pick way too dark of a blue, but I'm hoping this will just add something. These aren't as smooth as the jelly rolls, in my opinion. Seriously, I can't see where the lines were. So you know what? You just kind of make up your own. I know there's some up here. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. This would have been maybe cute if I'd done like a white or a gray streak, giving her some silver highlights. But in the end, it's a completed page in a book I have not colored in before, which is really a super bonus in my world. I've really been focusing on trying to get books colored in, and I'm doing okay. There, what do you guys think? Does it look okay? It looks okay from here, for me. Let's use the white gel pen. I'm trying to work my way down because I am the queen of sticking my hand into wet ink. So I'm just going to try and clean up where it came through on the eyeballs. Yeah, I'm not super happy with how my eyeballs came out on her, but again, she's done. Might as well do it now. I just broke my rule and I jumped down to there. Okay, I'm gonna try the same thing on the bats because, again, it is very dark. This Milky Pop isn't quite as much of a contrast. I have to add a little bit of These bats, I noticed, didn't have faces or bodies or anything. Which is fine, because next week on Bat Week, just giving you a warning, I do have some bat stories. Yes, indeedy. Some of you may not be able to watch or listen because they are insane. Okay. Ugh. I apologize. I know, I'm like concentrating. Maybe I should try and do like film the coloring and do a voiceover. I've never done that because I don't know that it would work. And per usual, I have to do what I can when I can, which, by the way, I am filming this at like 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. I need to have this posted. My goal is to like post it around noon on the Buddy Colors during Buddy Wing. And that means I have to edit it. And yeah, that's not always that easy. Should I try and put some little like highlights? Normally I'd use a white gel pen. What's it look like if I use the purple? Like I drew a line. Maybe I should have done the white. Oh, friends, I am just something of a hot mess. Okay, let's see if there's enough in this to finish off my... Is anyone else like me? Like, I should probably just throw this pen in the empties. But I'm like, no, I bet I could finish the page with it. And then I'll have gotten one more page out of it. Even though I'm really not happy with the way it's performing. But I'm stubborn. That is something my husband will tell you is another, what he considers bad trait, is that I am a very stubborn person. And yeah, okay, we're just gonna say you're done. This one, I don't know why it's not working. It's got, oh sorry, you don't want to see my net or my, it's got enough ink in there, but it's not working either. Do the old, so these are my tricks. I tap, and providing there's a hole there, I blow. Because sometimes, I know it sounds really weird, like seriously, Kathy, you're sitting here blowing on your pens. I think both of these are going in the empties. Good thing I have another purple pen just sitting right here. Yes, so I'm very stubborn. Especially even at work, it's like if you try and tell me I can't do something, or if you accuse me of doing something that I did not do, watch out. That's exactly what I have to say. Watch out. I will prove myself. Because the flip side of that, if I do screw up and do something wrong, I will admit to it right away. I don't try and hide, you know, when I, good Lord, we're human, we all screw up. I don't believe in blaming other people. I will be accountable. That's my thing. Doing some quick little, does this actually help cover up all my mistakes? I don't know, but I like having sparkle. I need to fix her eyeballs too. Ugh. Oh, wait, maybe I can just use, seriously, is anyone else's brain? My brain is total like squirrel. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for, here we go. Oops, I knocked something down, but I was looking for a fine black to try and like draw this in where the blue seeped out into the green. Oh, look at that. I have to do this a lot, I think, on my Camellia Angel Cova pages. Does anybody else like redraw the lines on some parts that I just think are not, I don't know if it's after I color them, I mess it up. I do something, that's for sure. And I like using my clear jelly roll for eyelashes. Let's do a little sparkle. I don't quite know if this is shadow. Everything's good with sparkle. I didn't really color her nose or give her any lips, so we'll just outline in clear glitter. And oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what color are her eyebrows. And do I need to do like blue here? Probably, because that's kind of messy. Ay, seriously, this page could have been done in half an hour. But that's not me. Well, I'm giving her purple eyebrows. Because why not? They're hardly even anything there, so we'll just make them dark. And I'm almost done. Seriously, I know this is painful. Oh yeah, so I'm filming this, like I said, early Wednesday morning. Then I will need to edit it, which is my own fault, because I said, oh, I'm going to insert these pictures. If I weren't inserting the pictures, the editing would be minimal, but I actually have to copy the pictures off of a different jump drive onto my phone so I can edit to them in, which is fine. Again, I don't mind. It's just that I need to do that. Then I will set it to process while I go take a shower, and then hopefully it'll be done processing so I can start the upload. And then I have to go to the dentist today at 9 a.m. So if I plan it all right, it can upload while I'm at the dentist. I can put the last little bit of info, and it will be posted around noonish. Let's give that a little green. I figure I might as well just finish outlining everything, right? About the only thing I didn't outline was her, so we will do that. So here's my problem, dear friends that are waiting for me to finish my Buddy Ween pages. So what's been happening is I will work on like one page, and then if it's a book I've never colored in, I will, oh, I need to color some more pages. So I'll like do 2 more pages in that book when I should be coloring another buddy color. But I promise, if you set up a buddy color page with me for October, I will have it done by October 31st. It may be down to the wire, but barring, I should say, I can't promise anything, barring any crazy life events, I should be able to. And I also forgot to apologize, my nails are atrocious right now. I took off my last manicure, and then I have like, it's now the weather's getting dry, and I have like my nails just suffer. So then I like tried to trim them down, and some broke, and I just haven't had a chance to put a new manicure on, but I will. Okay, so I'm not going to put white gel pen on because I used the Milky Pops. Let's put these away, and what else can I do? 2 more things we're gonna do. Okay, so this isn't actually glossy accents. I don't think they sell this anymore. Sorry. It's shimmery crystal effects, they call it. And it's like glossy accents, but it has a little bit of sparkle in it. So I'm going to put that on her eyeballs, because I love doing that on eyeballs. And then I'm going to put some washi tape around the border of the page. This book doesn't really, I mean, it actually finishes off. It's a nice border, and since I used the Jane Davenport pastels, I don't even really need to clean up any edges, but I just think it makes it look a little fancier. And holy smokes, you can tell this is, I don't know if it's over a year old. I always can tell because it's gets thick, like even my glossy accents, I'm like, oh, that one's getting old because it's kind of thick when it's coming out. Should I make her tongue wet sparkle too? And of course, Mr. Pumpkin, or Ms. Pumpkin, whoever you are, I don't care how you identify. You're cute and sassy and pink, and you need shiny eyeballs too. 'Cause why not? Ooh, also needs sparkly eyelashes. I apologize for all the like weird little stop starts. Evidently, I think I'm feeling fine, and I am, but talking has been aggravating my throat, so that's frustrating. But there, last step, I'm going to put some washi tape on and then let it dry, and it will be done. So this is my purple glitter washi tape. I did get this from Stampin' Up. I showed it in my recent haul, and they do still have this one, I know, because it's a Halloween thing. But I think she came out okay for my first. So now the thing is, I gotta let the eyeballs dry and not try and do another page in here, even though I really want to, because it's a really cute book. But I will need to get on my buddy colors. I'm sure I have some others that are witches. I should probably work on those this week. That would be kind of fun. And I may have the opportunity to go on a mini road trip on Saturday and actually get to meet up with some beautiful coloring people, but that's in the air right now. You will hear about it if it happens. I will fill you in. And the final step on my page is to date and sign. So today is, what do we got, 10/12? Should I try and, oh, I was like, did I not get it? No, I got it all. We'll just sign down here. A lot of times I'll sign somewhere in the page. Well, what do you think, friends? Did I do okay? And the last other thing is, so I remember when I color in this book again, this was a Buddyween 2022 page. It is Witches Week. Witch Week. Group buddy color. Okay, friends. Has it been an hour? Yep, it's been over an hour. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. This is what you get. I just figured if I don't, I might as well just color the whole page and chat with you while we're doing it. So there is my completed page for Buddyween 2022 Witch Week. Please color a witch page and post it on Instagram with the hashtag. I would love to see it. And I'm really happy with the pastels. I need to use those more as a background. I actually think I like them. They seemed easier than using the different inks. I've been playing with distress oxides and distressed inks. I don't know a lot about them, but Tim Holtz has an amazing video where he talks about the differences. So search for that. But I'm happier with the result because I don't mind. I don't expect it to be solid, especially if I'm doing like a sky or a grass, because in nature it's not. Of course, in nature, when are you going to see pink pumpkins and a green witch? But okay, friends, I'm going to let you go because this has been long enough. I want to get this edited, and like I said, I need to get ready for the dentist. So thank you for popping in today. I hope your October is going well. I hope you have found buddies to color with for Buddyween. Again, I will still accept people if you want to message me. Please just, again, look at the original video. I'll try and include that in the eye in the sky. And that is where I have all the books listed. Or we can do a prompt, similar to how I did witches here. And if you message me, please give me a suggestion of what you would like to color in, just because that will make it much easier for me. And those books that I have listed, the majority of them I have not colored in. So there's that. There's very few pages we should run into that I have already done. But okay, friends, I hope you have a blessed day. And however you identify, if you are a good witch, a bad witch, a stubborn witch, a green witch, a jealous witch, whatever kind of witch you are in this world, you matter, because we need all kinds to make the world go round. And if somebody has ever called you a witch or something similar to that, take it as a compliment, because it probably means you are strong and independent in ways you did not realize. And usually when people don't like that about us, yeah, that's what we do. We get called the names. So I still think you matter. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And let whatever your witchy personality is shine, because it is one of a kind and it is you. So thank you, my friends. I will see you again, hopefully soon, for sure next week, when we talk about bats.